The idea of Chianti started at a bar in 2012.
You're right.
How you got the courage to do that when barely new to
By
this?
not thinking. By not thinking too much. I think there was always fear of being judged. But then we sat together and said, no.
In the corporate and IT, they're always fascinated to get into the F&B.
I think the barriers to entry are much greater today.
Friendships and partnerships, it never go well with each other. How you are able to balance over a period of 14 years?
It will be very presumptuous of me to say that I chose my partners with great care.
Have you seen some mistake newcomer entrepreneurs are doing?
Overly reliant on marketing, influencers, etc. Marketing will bring people through the door. Product will keep them coming back.
Most of the brands try to claim that we are authentic. When you see that word, you feel like, okay, this place gives something true. Everybody says we are authentic.
While staying true to tradition, that is more important to me than...
So is there an instance where customer came to you and made you feel like, okay, I'm really doing a great job?
The boy proposed to the girl in Chianti. Then they brought their 1-year-old baby in.
Hello everyone. Welcome to yet another exciting episode on our Pro Foodpreneur podcast. In the past, we have covered the stories from founders who runs bakeries, cafes, coffee, Turkish food, etc. And today we are going to have a discussion about Italian food and wines. And I have with me today somebody who has been running chain of Italian restaurants, which is so much loved by the people of Bangalore. I have with me today the founder and somebody who runs the business of Chianti, Mr. Sudhir Sastry. Hello Sudhir, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, and I'm very happy to be here.
Glad to host you. So actually, 8 years ago, I was first time having my Italian food and wine in Chianti at Vega City Mall, and without knowing that one day I'll be interviewing you. So take us back much than that. I mean, take us further back than that. From where this idea of Chianti struck you and how you started this?
Sure, I'm happy to do that. So we have been in Bangalore from 2012 March.
Okay.
To be precise, March is when we started the trials and everything. May 4th, I think, was the date when we actually launched the business. And before that, and in fact, during that time also, I was in a corporate job. And, some friends of mine and I, like so many people, I think, in the IT sector, were fascinated by the F&B industry. And obviously, there was great love for food.
Yeah.
I also happened to have a lot of interest in and passion for cooking. But aside from that, there was a passion for the business as well, right? And we always felt that at that point in time, there was an opportunity for a restaurant. Italian was one of the choices we made consciously because we felt that it could be taken to a larger number of people than was available at that point in time. There were a few standalone restaurants, but I think the quality of the food that was available with Italian cuisine was not adequately presented to a larger population. So we wanted to create the space which would be like the neighborhood restaurant, right? Which would remove some of the barriers. I think there was always fear of coming into a kind of a cuisine that was not familiar, a fear of being judged. And we wanted to present a very friendly space and one that remained true to tradition in the form that we wanted to provide to the people of Bangalore. So that's the story behind Chianti in terms of its origin.
So you said you had other choices other than Italian. What were they?
Oh, so the market was fairly ripe, I think, for a lot of choices that were non-Indian in nature. We were not very interested in doing Indian for whatever reasons, personal preferences, really. So there were a lot of thoughts that came, uh, you know, American diner, things like that. But we narrowed in on Italian and went ahead.
Okay. So you said you and your friends are fascinated to start an F&B space, and you started. And I think that was 14 years ago.
Yeah.
And fast forward 14 years today, 2026. Every year, people, in the corporate and IT, they're always fascinated to get into the F&B. I don't know, maybe this question is too early in this conversation, but for those people, what will you say? And do you have any regrets during your tough times for taking that decision 14 years ago in your journey?
Regrets, no. But if you ask me whether we would do the same thing today, that's a difficult question to answer. I think the barriers to entry are much greater today.
Great. Yeah. Means
Right?
it's easy to enter.
No, it's not that easy to enter. I think
Okay.
I think it's more difficult to differentiate yourself.
Hmm.
I think it's more difficult to bring up a brand.
Hmm.
The space is very crowded,
Hmm. Hmm.
and I think it's far more difficult. I think the choice to start something like this today would have taken a lot more thought
Hmm. Hmm.
than we did
Hmm.
at
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
point in
Hmm.
time. So, you asked about advice to people who want to start in the industry. I think very carefully.
Hmm. Hmm.
Definitely think very carefully. Come up with an idea that is not either you have to come up with something new or you have to come up with something that you can do better than anybody else.
Correct.
Right? Otherwise, there's really no point.
No point in simply starting a commodity way of doing.
That's right. That's right.
Like transactionally, one should not see a restaurant is doing good and taking that as an input, and they should not start.
Precisely. Precisely.
So the idea of Chianti started at a bar in 2012.
You're right.
And
You're right.
how that conversation really got into execution.
Okay, that's a good question. Let me throw some more light on that. So I think like many people, we get together in a bar, have a few drinks, and say that we want to do some business because the corporate life is not always what it seems to be. And having been in it for close to 20 years at that point in time, we were looking at other ways to keep interest alive in a passion that you have, right? So we discussed it, and then there was an opportunity before we actually started Chianti to take a space that was not ideal, but would have required a lot less investment.
Okay.
To take up a space that was currently being run, but not very successfully, right? But then we sat together and said, no, if you're going to do this, we're going to do this properly.
Okay.
Take a prime space, and hire the right talent and make sure that we do it right. Give ourselves the best chance of success. Let's not try to cut corners just for the sake of a little bit of investment that will be less. So, yeah, to answer your question in quite candidly, we just pulled the plug and said we're going to go ahead and do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
How you got the courage to do that when you were fairly new to
By
this?
not thinking. By not thinking too much.
That's great. I think the more you think, you're going to end up doing nothing.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
So you ran Chianti initially. I think you were in job and doing this both in parallel.
Yes. Yes.
And how difficult it was. Were you enjoying that phase of your journey? And tell us about that.
Yeah, it was a difficult time because I had a full-time corporate job. It was a senior role, and I had to give it my full commitment during the office time. And when I got back home, I had to think about what the restaurant needs. And so in that sense, it was a stressful time, but it also forced me to think about how a restaurant would run if I'm not there full time. And I actually did that right from the beginning.
Oh, wow.
Right. So in that sense, it was an opportunity for us to set systems and processes in place for supervision that would be fine when we were not there. Right. So it was not people dependent. It was more system and process dependent. Having said that, not so easy. We learned a lot. And I think it took almost a year to a year and a half before we said that, this is a viable business. Right? Because the acceptance from the customers was there right from the beginning. I mean, I think within 2 months, we saw that we have something real over here. Right? And I must thank the founding team. Many of them are still with me. And, saying that in a 14-year-old F&B business is not easy.
Absolutely.
Right? So it was difficult, but I ran it in that manner parallelly for 2 years. And then I got out of my job.
When did you get the thought that, okay, now I cannot continue both? Now it's time I have to quit and I'm going to do it full time. When you got that idea?
When we decided that more of Bangalore needs to be exposed to our food, when we decided to start a second Chianti, that's exactly when we did it, which was 2 years from the initial one.
Okay. So the moment you decided to open one more outlet, you decided to quit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But
I quit my job in April 2014.
2014.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so when you decided to open second outlet, the first one was already successful and profitable.
Yes, it was. It was running very well, and we had queues outside our doors every weekend. Starting from Friday evening to Sunday night, and we realized that there is, an opportunity here for us to get our food across to more people in Bangalore.
So initially you worked in IBM, Bosch, and Siemens, all these companies.
Yes, I had 3 jobs before I
Okay.
actually quit. Yes.
So how your corporate experience helped in building Chianti?
I think management experience helped. So definitely, the way in which large companies set processes and systems in place, they make the business as people independent as possible, build in resilience, robustness into the process. And that helped me also tremendously in thinking about how to run the restaurant. And that continues to influence me, right? Even though it's a different industry, some of the principles remain the same.
Correct. So the business principles, the processes, and everything you got an experience from corporate, which you started using it in your Chianti building as well. But what about the domain expertise? How you learned the domain, like the restaurant operations, costing, P&L, customer acquisition, etc.?
That we took time.
Took time.
We took a lot of time, even though we hired talent from the market in terms of the best people in the kitchen. We hired talent from the market in terms of running service, etc. As well as possible. The aspect of pure business running, that was something that we had to learn on the job. Lots of learning in terms of reading up. Lots of learning in terms of talking to other, founders of other businesses. And quite a few people helped at that point in time. And like I said, it took time. It took a long time.
You said a lot of reading. So
Yes.
Do you have a favorite book which really helped you in your business?
Yes. There's a book by Will Guidara, I think his name is. It's I can't remember the exact name. Outrageous Hospitality, or
Oh, okay. So it's with respect to hospitality.
yes.
Okay.
But I'll make sure that I get that name right.
Sure.
I'll pass it on to you.
So, you started in 2014, Chianti,
2012.
2012,
Yes.
and 2015 you went on to a trip to Italy for a research.
Yes.
Hmm.
A wonderful trip.
Hmm.
Yes,
So,
indeed.
what are the cities you visited? What are the restaurants you visited, and what you have learned from that, which you can kind of incorporate in Chianti, or you can do something in Chianti?
Okay, I think that trip actually reshaped
Oh,
the way we think about
oh,
Italian food
hmm.
and food in general and Italian food in particular.
Oh, okay.
I think we visited Milan, we visited Rome, we were in Florence, we visited Naples.
Hmm.
All of the not the only places that
Hmm. Hmm.
have very very particular dishes and very particular kind of food, but
Hmm.
it represents a large cross section and a good cross section of Italian cuisine,
Hmm.
right? So, I might digress a little bit into some food parts, but
Hmm.
I think it's important to understand.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Um, so, a chef has four major tools that he plays with,
Hmm.
right, in
Hmm.
terms of food, right?
Hmm.
So it's salt, fat, acid, and heat,
Salt,
right?
fat, acid, and heat.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, when you think about it deeply, that's exactly what they play with,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Now, the beauty of Italian cuisine is that I think as a cuisine and as a part of the culture, the food
Hmm.
culture, what Italians seem to understand very
Hmm.
well
Hmm.
is that nature also has the same tools,
Okay.
right? So nature also has salt in the products it gives you, in the produce it gives you,
Hmm.
also has acid in the produce it gives you,
Hmm.
also has fat in the produce it gives you. And the translation of heat really is what the sun does to the produce,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So what I think Italians have learned is that to highlight the produce,
Oh,
right, to make sure that the produce is highlighted, because it's one of the best ways you can eat food, right, when it's minimally altered.
correct.
So they know how to add salt to what
Hmm.
nature has already provided to the right extent,
Hmm.
how to add fat to it to the right extent, how to add acid to it to the right extent. I think they let the produce shine and get out of the way.
Oh, wow.
That's what I finally understood after many years
Hmm.
about Italian cuisine, right?
Hmm.
So people keep saying this, but I think to get a deeper understanding of how it works,
Hmm. Hmm.
it's important to visit Italy and visit some of these places and see how they do things.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So, for example, in Naples, I learned about simplicity, right?
Oh.
And why I say that is because their Neapolitan pizza sauce is probably one of the most simple,
Hmm. Hmm.
most basic, right?
Yeah. Margarita.
Yeah, it's so basic,
Hmm.
right? And they don't mess around with too many things on it, right? So if you go to Florence, I think the olive oil is very, very, very special,
Hmm.
and nature has provided the olive the right amount of salt, fat, acid, heat, right? So that it expresses itself in the olive oil that is produced.
Hmm.
So these are the things that we learned. We also learned that in the north, it's a totally different kind of food,
Hmm.
right? So Milan is very different. They're less on olive oil, more on butter,
Oh.
right? So these are some of the learnings that we came across,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
and what we have tried to use at Chianti as well.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So deep on the culinary side.
Yes, we think that the product is really what we are highlighting,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
product is what the plate that is kept in front of the customer says everything about the restaurant,
Hmm.
right? The
Hmm.
rest is just embellishment.
Hmm. Hmm. So, like the type of pizza that is served in Chianti today, like, is there a particular style to it? Like, you can call it as this is this style pizza, like that.
So our see, today there's a lot of talk about a lot of restaurants talk about sourdough pizza,
Sourdough, Neapolitan.
fermented
Yeah.
pizza, things like that. But this is just standard. I mean, this is just standard, right? I mean, if you say Neapolitan style, it is fermented. It is
Correct.
anywhere from 36 to 48 hours fermented.
Hmm.
This is something that we've been doing for the last 14 years, right?
Okay. So
So,
basically, Neapolitan style pizza
yes,
is what you are doing.
yes, yes, that's what we do.
And today, like we see brands taking it and positioning it as a we do Neapolitan style pizzas,
Right.
sourdough, fermented, and everything.
That's
But
right.
that is silently something which you have been already doing for many years.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. We have been doing that for many years.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, like, have you visited any restaurants in Italy which really impressed you, from which you have taken some inspiration and you have kind of thought of implementing the same to your restaurants?
Yes, we visited Massimo Bottura's Osteria Francescana,
Okay.
and it was a very, very enlightening experience.
Okay.
I think he is one of those chefs who understands tradition so much and
Okay.
so deeply
Hmm.
that, in a sense, he is forgiven for breaking it a little bit, right? So to translate that, to interpret that in a more modern way,
Hmm.
and that was a very, very deep experience for me.
Okay. Which was the restaurant?
Osteria Francescana.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
that's
that a Michelin star or something?
yes. I think it had at that point in time 3 Michelin stars.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, like, today, like, you use the Sicilian tomato sauce in your curations?
we make our own sauce.
Okay.
We do
That is
use
inspired by the Sicilian tomato sauce, or is it?
we do use San Marzano
Okay.
tomatoes
Okay.
in the sauce, but we also use other tomatoes
Okay.
in that because we believe that the balance that our customers are looking for
Mm-hmm.
is slightly different.
Different. Mm-hmm.
So we have tried to play with that
Mm-hmm.
and come up with the right sauce for our customers.
Okay. So, out of all the cities that you visited in Italy, which particular city has left, I mean, left a significant fingerprint at what you do at Chianti today? Like, for example, it can be Neapolitan dough or something else. This city, this thing we explode, and that is something which we are doing in Chianti, which works well, something like that.
Italian cuisine is not monolithic, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
It is not one type,
Hmm.
right? So, for example, the pizza that you get in Rome
Hmm.
is different from the pizza that you would get in Naples,
Naples, okay.
right? The risotto, being a northern Italian dish, is very different.
Hmm.
So, I don't want to say that there is a particular style that has influenced or a particular city that has influenced us. A lot of cities have influenced us in terms of the way that it's done. Um, but the classics remain,
Hmm.
right? So, for example, Roman style carbonara
Hmm.
is something that we do, right?
Hmm.
So, Milanese type of a risotto is what we do.
Hmm.
So, many cities have
Hmm.
influenced us.
Okay, so basically, you have taken multiple things from multiple cities and put it into your menu
Absolutely.
so that
Absolutely.
people can explore the whole Italy on the table.
Well, as large a section of Italy as possible. I mean, Italy is too big culinarily to really represent every place.
Correct.
It's very varied.
Correct. So you said classics. So your whole menu is does it have only classics, or you do any twist or modern twist or something to it?
So we have stayed true to tradition,
Okay.
right? So no, you will not see a chicken tikka pizza on our menu.
So it's
You will
purely
not
Italian.
see paneer on our
Huh.
pizzas. You
Okay.
will
So
not see
there's
pineapple on our pizzas,
okay. So
right?
Italians don't use pineapple. It's only the Hawaiian. It's not.
Yeah, I mean it's something that most Italians would not
Oh.
would
Oh.
not like to see on their pizza.
Oh.
Uh,
Okay.
I'm sure you'll find the odd one who does, but most traditional pizzas will not have
Oh.
pineapple on it.
Okay.
No. So in that sense, we have been true to tradition. But yes, we have interpreted it for our customers. That is a fact.
Through local ingredients and something like that.
Of course, local ingredients, right? Because whatever said and done, the freshness of the produce cannot be imported, right? It's impossible to do that, right? Certain things you need to make, right? Certain things you need to buy locally. Certain things you can bring in.
Correct.
So
it's like staying true to the tradition while still using some local ingredients to make sure that the freshness is also considered. So overall, it's a nice balancing
absolutely,
experience for the
exactly right,
consumers.
exactly right.
Great. So your wife Kavita is an architect.
Yes,
I think she has designed most of the Chianti outlets.
yes,
And
yes, all of them.
Sorry,
All of them.
all of them. Okay,
Yes.
all of them. And everything is similar, or are there differences in every design of every outlet? How does it happen? I mean, how it happened?
Okay, yeah, this is an interesting question. The brief that we gave to the architect was we want to create a space that is warm. We want to create a space that is friendly, right? So you will find wood-inspired theme through most of our restaurants, almost all our restaurants, right? But over 14 years, definitely design has evolved, right? We have interpreted things a little bit differently in the newer restaurants. So you'll find that the first restaurant, Koromangala, has a different look and feel to it compared to the latest restaurant, right? But the underlying theme remains the same. It's around warm colors, it's around Italian influences, and it's around creating a very welcoming space.
Okay. And how that partnership worked between you and your wife as an architect in Chianti?
Oh, that's that's a good question also. So it's always form versus function, right? Form versus function is the classic. It's always when two ideas need to exist in a space, and form has to take precedence sometimes, and function has to take precedence sometimes. It's always a clash, right? So the form is important for the architect from a aesthetic perspective, but the function is important for us from a hospitality business perspective, right? So the space has to work,
Correct.
right? It can't be all form, right?
Exactly.
So clashes happen.
Oh.
Many clashes happen in the design process because there will be issues where either the table is too small, but it looks nice, or the table texture is not good enough for us. We want something else, but it looks nice. So we reach an understanding. And as long as I have communicated what function I wanted to provide, the freedom is there for the architect to define the form and the way it is presented.
So finally, the class led to good ambience, good experience for customers.
Absolutely. I think once you put these two sometimes clashing ideas together and work out, it all comes together very nicely for the customer.
You have made a deliberate choice to do things like mascarpone and ricotta in house instead of going for the ready-made ones. What made you to do it that way? I mean, to take the hard way to do it.
I would like to say that it is the right way to do it.
Right way.
Yeah,
Is
I don't want to call it hard. It may be more time consuming. It may be a little more labor involved, but it's the right way.
It's the right way.
The taste that you get from a ready-made tub of mascarpone versus what you get from what you have created, wherein you have the right amount of fat, the right amount of creaminess, right consistency, and you are not using any stabilizers or any other artificial thing just to extend the shelf life. Because whatever we make is used immediately, right?
Correct.
We literally make it every day,
Oh.
right? So you can't replace that. Now, yes, there are its limitations. Like, for example, we can't, we we can't be in the business of creating hard cheeses,
Hmm.
right? Like a Parmesan.
Hmm.
We can't be in that business because it's a different business altogether.
Hmm.
So we have done in-house as far as possible,
Hmm.
wherever the freshness is really required.
Hmm. So it's not about being hard; it's about being right.
Absolutely, absolutely. The craft is important,
Correct.
very important.
Hmm. So Chianti has grown to 6 outlets in Bangalore.
Yes.
So how do you decide the next?
So there was a point in time, I think, where we looked at, growth being defined by numbers
Hmm.
and by number of units.
Hmm. Hmm.
I think we have gone a little bit beyond that, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So we would like to now talk about scale as uh, being able to do things much better,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? And at scale at
Hmm.
the same time. 6 is not a small number.
Hmm. Hmm.
We have enough of a challenge running the business to provide the same consistency, the same experience for customers with these,
Hmm.
right? So, as and when the time is right,
Hmm. Hmm.
we will do.
Okay,
We
so
will
you are not
expand.
desperate for the sake of expansion. You are not desperate.
I'm not chasing growth for
Hmm.
just the sake of numbers. No,
Hmm.
no.
Hmm.
We definitely don't want to do that.
Hmm.
I think there was a point in time in our history where we did that,
Hmm.
and things didn't go well.
Okay.
So I would like to take that learning and apply it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh, you know,
Hmm.
hindsight is perfect, as they say.
Yeah. So which location surprised you in terms of good or bad?
The success that we saw with our Indiranagar location was unprecedented,
Okay.
right? And that continues to be very, very good for
Hmm.
us,
Hmm.
right? The success, again, another good one. I think the success that we saw in a location that was not ideal from the rules of F&B, right? The one that we have in Belandur
Hmm.
uh, is surprisingly doing very well
Hmm.
and has been doing very well for the last 7 years,
Hmm.
in fact, for us.
Hmm.
Um, what we thought would have been a great location on St. Mark's Road
Okay.
turned out to be not so good
Okay.
for us. So, yeah, sometimes these things are very, very difficult to
Hmm.
predict.
Hmm. Hmm.
You can do all your homework, you can take all the consultation you want, but the market will decide whether you're going to be successful or not. And the market is always right.
Correct.
You may not be.
So now that Bangalore is much comfortable for you, multiple outlets doing well.
Yeah.
So do you have an aspiration to start in other cities?
Of course, we'd love to take our food out to other places,
Hmm.
other cities outside of Bangalore
Hmm. Hmm.
at the right time,
Hmm.
in the right place.
Hmm. So like initially we discussed about tradition,
Yeah.
you trying to be true to the tradition and stuffs like that. So can we consider it like you are trying to match that towards being authentic, or how it, I mean, because today we see most of the brands try to claim that we are authentic. So that word has, maybe several years ago when you see that word you feel like, okay, this place gives something true, but now you cannot judge because everybody says we are authentic. So what's your take on that?
So I think authentic is a term that is sometimes abused
Hmm. Hmm.
in our context here,
Hmm.
right? I would like to question that,
Hmm.
right? And what I mean by that is, what is authentic Italian,
Hmm.
right? So let's take some examples,
Hmm.
right? There has been Arab influence in Sicily
Oh, okay.
for many, many years,
Okay.
right? Tomatoes came to Italy only around 500 years ago. Okay.
Okay.
So, what a pasta that you would get in Rome
Hmm.
is fairly different from what you would get in Milan,
Okay.
right? So, what is authentic?
Hmm.
Who defines it? I think from our perspective, we are an Italian restaurant in Bangalore. Okay. And we will, while staying true to tradition, we will define the food what our customers like. Right. So I can give you one more example. Right. Specifically with respect to our food. Right. So recently we introduced a eggless tiramisu.
Okay.
Right. Now, for many people, that would be a complete sin. Right. But we sat and asked ourselves, there are so many people in Bangalore who don't eat egg, who have a problem with it. Right. Why should they not enjoy a good tiramisu? Now, maybe it doesn't taste exactly like the one with egg.
Correct.
But it's fairly close. And the response has been outstanding. Right. So I think staying within tradition, as I like to call it, and being honest to it, right? That is more important to me than claiming authenticity. Right?
So no point in saying being authentic while your customers are unable to enjoy it completely.
That's one part of it. That's one part of it. And the second thing is also to adjust our interpretation with what is available locally. Right? From a produce perspective.
Correct. That's also a challenge.
Finally, there is no point in creating what is supposed to taste exactly like how it is in Italy by adding so many inputs to your produce to create that effect. Right? There's no point. Stay true to the tradition, respect the local produce, because finally that is what the local palate has evolved to.
Correct.
Right? So they will enjoy it.
Correct. So you started Chianti with your group of friends.
Yes.
And friendships and partnerships, most of the times that we have seen and we have heard stories from people, it never go well with each other. Friendships and partnerships. How you are able to balance both over a period of 14 years?
It will be very presumptuous of me to say that I chose my partners with great care. That's not true. I have very good friends as partners, and we continue to remain very good friends. And I am in their debt for having persevered in the relationship. And we may have different ideas, but if the intent is right, there's never a problem. Right? And if you understand that the other person's intent is always right, if you have questions about the intent, then things break. Right? So I think we have managed to do that. We have managed to respect each other's differences, and we have managed to stay very good friends throughout. So if you ask me how, I think respect for each other is a large part of it.
So irrespective of differences, you were always focusing on the intent, and you were able to. All of us are able to understand that and stick to that.
That's right. That's right.
You attempted to take Chianti to cities like Chennai and Pune.
Yes.
And did that work well? What was your learning from that?
Yes, I will. I would be very happy to talk about that. So we tried to take Chianti to Chennai and to Pune. Chennai, October 2018, and Pune, September 2019.
Okay.
Irrespective of the fact that these two ended up being casualties of the time, right? COVID. In spite of that, I think there are lessons to be learned. Even if you keep that, that business disaster aside, that's a different issue completely. But I think for me, the main learning was to understand that approaching a new market, more specifically a new market in a new city, requires a different thinking. And that's something I would pass on to anybody, saying that please think very carefully when you do it, irrespective of the acceptance that you have received in your home city, if you want to call it that. Study the market much more and see whether your food will be accepted in that particular location that you are opening. And if you believe that that food will, serve that market, invest enough in terms of publicity and marketing to make sure that you get the people through the door. After that, your food will speak for itself.
So we were discussing about your menu being educational. Example, your menu says where the burrata comes from. So and how to flow your dining experience, how the food should flow from categories. When it comes to Italian food, everything is educative in your menu right from the start of the menu. So was that a deliberate choice that you made, or how it is?
So when we started, we had the menu in Italian,
Okay.
right? That was a barrier for people. And we soon modified that and had a English, translation of
Translation.
that, right? Then we found over time that even that is not good enough, right? So I'm not trying to push anything down anybody's throat, but at the same time, if there is an interest from the customer, they should have the material ready for them to go through with a standard, 3 or 4 course meal, as the case may be. So that's how we have attempted to do things.
To make it easy for your
Yeah,
customers to
yeah.
understand and order.
To go back to our philosophy, right? To make it more approachable.
More approachable.
Everything should be more approachable. It should not be that you are constrained by your. If there is, I don't want to sound like, if there is a intent to learn and you want to learn, it's available to you, right? I'm not assuming anything, but it's available to you.
And slightly now moving to the wine part.
Sure.
Usually, at least as a consumer, wherever I have gone, seeing a wine, I mean, seeing a beverage menu in which wine is printed, the categories are red, white, rosé, sparkling, and domestic, international. That's it. But when we see your menu, you have mentioned the flavor profiles. It is citrus, it has stone fruit, it is example, textured dark fruit, warm spices. You have literally categorized wine in terms of the flavor profile and notes. So how does that idea came, and what is the reason behind it?
Yeah. So I think what we are trying to do here is to get people to understand how the wine will interact with the food.
Okay, so basically
So
food pairing.
food pairing is part of it, but I think it's also that people have seen a lot of movies, educational material, where a wine connoisseur sips a glass of wine and says, this has notes of this and that, etc. Right? Now it's interesting because the international wines, we can talk about some of those flavors that are sometimes foreign to us, right? But when it comes to Indian wines, right, the local terroir. So we would be talking more in terms of the local fruits and the local flavors and the local smells, right? So we have tried to demystify as much as possible, right? And we have tried to make it more approachable for people. Now, we were guilty of the same, style of doing things earlier, but we have now tried to make it a little more open and understandable for people to consume more wine, enjoy more wine with their meal.
Oh, and by doing so, have you realized that has really brought a change in the way your consumers start ordering wine?
Yes,
Oh.
yes, we are seeing that difference. We are looking at data very carefully, as always, but we are seeing that the customers are more willing to experiment with a little bit more nudging in that direction.
So, have you mentioned food pairing also? Like this wine goes well with this
Yes,
food.
yes, we have to some extent.
Mm.
We have said, a Chardonnay will go with this,
Mm-hmm.
for example,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not extensive. It's
Mm-hmm.
not extensive.
Like we talk about the item names being in Italian, and definitely this is something alien to us.
Yes.
So, if somebody is so interested to understand everything, so your staff, do they come and explain everything behind that particular dish and everything like that?
Yes, yes. I mean, um, I don't want to say that all our staff know everything,
Mm-hmm.
but there are enough staff there who can explain what wine goes with what,
Mm-hmm.
and what you will enjoy.
So, like, what is your take on now aggregators aggregating your reservation, your payments, and everything? So, I think Chianti is accepting payments from aggregators.
Yes.
So, is that helping you or is that troubling you?
So I think the two big aggregators perform a very important function,
Mm-hmm.
right? Especially with the advent of the amount of mobility that we see now in India.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important to understand that when a customer trusts a Swiggy or a Zomato for their dining choices and discovery
Mm-hmm.
in one city, they will trust it in the other city as well,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it is something that we cannot do away with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's important to understand that they play a very important role,
Mm-hmm.
because we want our customers to, we want more people to discover us,
Mm-hmm.
right? And these platforms provide that opportunity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think whether it is to do with dine-in or delivery, these two platforms, the main platforms, are very, very important to the whole F&B industry.
Okay, so you deliver also. We can order food from Chianti.
Yes, of course we do. We
Mm-hmm.
do.
Everything is available, or some items are not available.
There are very few items that we don't deliver because we don't believe it will
Hmm.
deliver properly.
Mm-hmm.
So we take those off the menu.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain things we can't deliver.
Mm-hmm. So you have built Chianti entirely through word of mouth without a lot of paid marketing, I believe. But in 2026, where every brands fight for grabbing the consumer attention through Instagram and every other platform possible, so do you think whatever strategy you have been following till now is still viable for 2026, or what's your take on that?
So I keep saying this, marketing will bring people through the door, right?
It
The
helps for acquisition.
acquisition product will keep them coming back.
The retention only product can do.
Only the product can work, right? And here specifically, what I mean by product is the whole experience,
Whole experience.
right? The product is not just the plate of food. It is the ambience, it is the food, and it's the service. It's the hospitality behind it. So, to answer your question, yes, I think we were not on top of our digital game for quite some time, but we are upping the game, and we are, doing whatever is required to, make sure a maximum number of people see our content, are attracted to come in. Then, of course, the product will speak for itself.
Correct.
After that. So, to answer your question, we are not solely reliant on word of mouth, but word of mouth is still the best way to get customers in, as well as to retain them. Once they're in, of course.
So you have watched how Bangalore's food scene have been. I mean, it has been evolving in terms of new cuisines, new brands, new aggregators, everything new. So out of Chianti, out of being a founder of Chianti, have you any times seen some mistake other, especially newcomer entrepreneurs are doing in the space? Have you noticed anything like that?
See, I think being overly reliant on marketing, influencers, etc., and producing, I mean, and creating a brand and a product that is out in the market before you have actually been or you completely confident about the product is a big mistake. Because people will come in. You'll have queues for the first few weeks. After that, you have to retain them.
Yeah. So
Right?
it can
And
sustain only through the craft.
the craft speaks for itself. Right? The craft has to speak for itself. And it has to be really top of the game to ensure success in this market.
So I think, I mean, you feel a lot of people are not focusing so much on the craft like how they focus on marketing. A lot of people.
I think how I would like to say it is, spend your money on the product. And when I say the product, I mean all aspects of it. Yeah, so I think it's important to focus your attention on the product. By product, specifically, I mean the plate of food that comes from the kitchen, the ambience, and the hospitality. Right? Focus on that more than anything else. Obsess over it, right, to the finest detail. The rest will come. I mean, my belief is that the rest will come. And once you are confident about that, then pouring money into marketing, etc., the digital part of it, Instagram, Reels, etc., will bring the customers in through the doors. And then you're confident that you have a great product to offer, and therefore you will succeed. Don't do it the other way around.
Yeah, I think definitely a lot of people are going to learn something from this.
Yeah.
Because we keep seeing a lot of people telling the same thing, especially experienced entrepreneurs like you. I think the new founders should really take some learnings from this. So if you are going to start, let's say, Chianti in 2026, not in 2012, what would you do differently?
If I had to start an Italian restaurant in 2026, I would think 10 times.
Oh.
Because the market is very, very crowded. But I mean, you go back to fundamentals, understand that palates have evolved, right? The customer has evolved tremendously. The competition has evolved, and it's no longer a simple game to play. Not that it ever was, but it was overall simpler, right? But the game has changed significantly. I think the maturity of the market is remarkable. Remarkable. I mean, if you go into any of the new restaurants that are doing well, if you see their execution is on point. I think really they have done excellent job, and that's a tribute to the sophistication of the customer. Like, how I would do things differently, I would go back to fundamentals. I would remain focused on the product, as I said. I would remain focused on and obsess over the details of the product, whichever aspect of it we are talking about. And the rest, the market will decide and tell you. Very quickly it will tell you.
So what's next for Chianti? Is it seventh outlet in the same city or different city, or are you going to launch a different brand altogether?
So I think a seventh and an eighth outlet is very likely, but at the right time and in the right place. As far as brands go, I haven't come up with any other ideas right now. So wait and watch is what I would say to that aspect.
So, like you have started Italian food along with wine pairing much ago, like 14 years ago. Now that we see a lot of other brands are doing something similar to that. So, what's your take on that? I mean, do you feel it healthy and it's going to be educating more, more customers, and it's going to overall help this ecosystem, or what's your thought on this?
I think competition is very, very healthy. It's always healthy. It keeps you on top of your game, right? So, because lack of competition drives complacency, and that's never good in this business, right? So, every year, every few months, I would say, we are having to evolve, right? We watch what people are doing, what not only direct competition in terms of other players in the same space, but also competition as represented by the F&B industry's evolution on the whole, right? Uh, every new restaurant that's coming is coming up with a new idea and is coming up with a new way of presenting the product, of delivering the product, delivering hospitality at a different level. So competition is very healthy, extremely healthy, and keeps you on top of your game. I think it's important to acknowledge that and respond to it and evolve.
So one common thing I have noticed from successful brands throughout is longevity. So I think it takes a lot of years for a brand to stay in the market, and that happens, I think, two ways. One is the brand doing consistently, and consistently that is accepted by customers. I think it happens like that. So you have shown a tremendous amount of longevity by being in the business for 14 plus years, having multiple restaurants in multiple locations. So is there an instance where some customer came to you and said they have liked it so much, which really made you feel like, okay, I am really doing a great job, like we are doing a great job of serving our customers, and we are good at customer excellence, something like that?
Yeah, so people ask me this question fairly often, and the story I like to talk about is how many customers, not just one, have come to us and related incidents of them having come many years ago and that they continue to come and they will be coming in the future also, right? So one instance is around the time we started, there was a couple who were dating. In fact, uh, the boy proposed to the girl in Chianti.
Wow.
And then they brought their 1-year-old baby in
Oh.
for his birthday, and they continue to celebrate the birthdays at our location
Wow.
in Koramangala
Wow.
specifically. So that's one. The second thing is, a number of my friends complained to me that, after you started, my son doesn't want to go anywhere else. I'm not allowed to try any other restaurant. So these things make us feel very happy at not just the fact that we create those moments of joy, which is of course very special, but also that we continue to create it for so many people for so many years. So very
that
happy to do that.
makes you more delightful.
Motivated definitely to continue.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
So that was a very nice conversation with you, starting from your corporate career and then having a discussion with your friends at bar, and without thinking too much, implementing it. And then for your second outlet, quitting your job and then multiplying to several outlets in the course of the journey, traveling to Italy, different cities, researching everything, and then doing, I think, why people love Chianti for 14 plus years continuously can be witnessed through the conversation that just we had. But I'm not going to leave you here now because it's time for a rapid fire round. So I'm going to ask you some questions and I
Sure.
want short answers from you.
Sure.
Best Italian dish you have ever eaten in the world?
I would have to say the risotto I had in Milan probably around 7 years ago.
Risotto is a type of pasta.
It's a rice dish.
Okay.
A lot of rice is grown in the northern part of Italy,
Okay.
and the Milanese have a very particular way of making it,
Oh.
a very specific way of making it, and it was just outstanding.
Oh.
It was the most perfect risotto I've ever had.
Yeah. One dish on the menu of Chianti which you would never take off. I mean, it will be always there.
Spaghetti aglio e olio.
Okay.
Definitely. Crowd favorite, my favorite, and it's a classic.
Wow. Most overrated dish on your own menu and underrated.
Overrated dish is a very difficult one. I don't know what to say. I would say that the most popular dish that we have is the vegetarian pasta.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's not my favorite. That's all I can say. The underrated dish, I think, not enough people try, is probably our lemon butter shrimp pasta.
Okay,
That
lemon butter shrimp pasta.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a dish that uh,
Hmm.
people will love if they try it.
Hmm. So, guys, like the founder himself said, something which is not so much tried. And if you're watching this podcast, then next time when you go to Chianti, you know what to order. So, like aggregators like Swiggy, Zomato, or word of mouth, which really built Chianti.
Word of mouth.
Biggest business mistakes in your 14 years?
Entering a market before we were not ready.
You are not ready or market not ready?
We were also not ready.
Okay.
And the market was probably not ready, but I can't talk to the market too much.
Mhm.
I can say that we were not ready.
Hmm. One person in Bangalore's F&B scene you deeply respect and why?
See, I don't know the person behind it,
Hmm.
but the consistency with which the food at this place in Koromangla delivers is phenomenal.
Hmm.
And my hats off to that person.
Hmm.
It's called Mailari Malgudi Mane.
Okay.
And I'm very, very impressed with the consistency with which they have,
Okay.
you know, uh, producing their food.
Oh, interesting. I think next time I have to plan two meals at
Yes,
Koramangala, one at this Mailari, one at Chianti.
definitely.
Two different extremes.
Yes.
If Chianti were a movie, what it would be called? It can be Hollywood, Bollywood, Sandalwood, Kollywood, Mollywood, whatever it is.
I, no movie names come to mind that represent
Maybe we
this
can
one.
keep it Chianti itself.
Yeah, a new movie, Chianti.
Got it. So, one Italian city you would send a newcomer to food wise, what it would be?
I think Rome,
Rome.
definitely Rome.
So, IBM for Chianti, was it harder to walk away from?
No, I don't want to talk about the company. I think it was more about walking away from a
Career,
very well paid corporate job.
corporate job.
Yeah, yeah. It was difficult,
Hmm.
but I'm glad I did it.
Hmm.
Definitely glad I did it. Yeah.
So, Mr. Sudhir, thank you so much for coming here and spending your time with us, explaining about the craft behind the Italian food that we get in Chianti, along with nicely paired wine, and the amount of care you showed for your customers in terms of sourcing, in terms of curating, and in terms of curating the menu itself, which acts as an educational menu for your customers, and the way you made it easy for your customers. And we know that Chianti is a legendary Italian restaurant in the city, but people do not know the efforts that went behind it. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your valuable time and all your experience with us. We are glad to, a lot of pleasure to host you here.
Thank you. And, I'm glad that, you interviewed me and, we've had this conversation. Many more people can hear about our story.
Yeah, very
I'm
glad to
happy
do
to
that.
do that.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much. So, guys, that is from us today. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to listen to similar conversations from some of the greatest entrepreneurs from India, food entrepreneurs, and share it to your food entrepreneur friend, and especially to your foodie friend who loves Italian food and wine. Thank you.